Hi, baby gorgeous. This video is very sexual. Why am I pointing down here when I say that? That's a reference to my Lisa Barlow hands. We're gonna talk about that today. I'm just gonna touch my breasts. It's comforting in this moment. Oh, that's aggressive. I just need to get the saliva out of my mouth and my lips. Oh, let me. First, where am I looking? I'm not even looking at the camera, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Thanks for tuning in today. I have been getting so many questions about this gorgeous mug. And really, who could blame them? I mean, I'm stunning. People stop in the streets and ask me, what is that lip color? Who does your hair? How much money do you make? $0, by the way. It's none. I love how this makeup has been turning out. I've been wearing it for like the last month. It's very simple. Mostly it's a lot like my normal routine. So if you want to check that out, go into the uploads on my channel. You can find my everyday makeup look there. But in the meantime, this will be specifically for this more like kind of hot girl summer look, which is what I'm starting to call it. I'm gonna link every single product that I'm using today in the caption. I'm always gonna do that for you, by the way, because like I am here for you. Make sure you look in the caption for all the details or any questions that you have. Also, before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I also always love it when you guys leave a like, a little heart. It takes no time at all and it costs you nothing. Both are free, but they do a lot and they mean so much to me and help support my channel and help me make more content for you guys. It's hopefully very helpful. So with that, let's not waste any more time and get started with your hot girl summer look. Here we go. I actually have this mountain on my face. It's rude, it's offensive, it's taking over my body. It's basically a man. I'm growing a man on my face, so I have to cover it. So I am going to do, this is what I do to tackle shit. Open, sesame, fuck. Ah! I don't think I'm ever gonna get monetized on YouTube. I'm gonna use concealer. This is my favorite, all-time favorite concealer. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Really, I just want you to look at my nasty self-tanned hand. It's just, let me know in the comments below. What's worse? Fake tanning and your hands not matching at all? Or this? Which is worse? I'm using the shade Chantilly. Zing. This is a great concealer. I've literally been using this for like a decade plus. I'm not interested in trying any other concealer because this concealer works so well. Let me back up. Let me talk about my skincare so far. I have a vitamin C serum on my face right now, plus my moisturizer with SPF 30 in it. Because I have this blemish on my face, I'm going to do something I don't normally do, and I'm going to bust out a primer. I don't love primers most of the time. I kind of feel like they don't do anything. At the same time, I have amazing skin. So I am just, you know, hashtag blessed. And not really trying to do a lot of extra work. I don't need to. But that being said, because I have the texture on my face because of this man violating my rights to be gorgeous, I am gonna dab a little bit of this on there. And then I'm also gonna put it right here, sort of around my nose labial. Yikes. Am I talking about my face or a vagina? We'll never know. Nasolabial, whatever these things are. Sometimes my makeup can settle into there. And then I've also noticed that like some of the pores on my face right here show up a little lately. So I don't know. So I'm just taking a little of that Jelly Primer by e.l.f. Again, it's going to be linked. And I'm going to literally apply it just right where I feel like I need my makeup to stay put. Need a little extra help. And right here, I'll just dab it right over that blemish. The thing about when you have a zit or something, like the hardest part with makeup to deal with it is textural problems. Like color is easy to fix. Like if you just have like right here, I have redness on my face from old breakouts because my skin is so fair. And so when I have a breakout that's red, it lingers and it's fucking annoying and it takes forever to go away. So you're going to see a lot you're gonna see a lot of that because I just got a lip flip. I got Botox right here up in my upper lip to get after some wrinkles here. And my mouth's gonna do some funny things. So I've got the primer on. And then I'm just gonna put my concealer right directly onto my blemish here. And then since we're here, I will also go ahead and do my concealer other places where I normally do it, which is in this case, like right under my eye. Now, I have been getting so many requests for this makeup look since I started wearing it in the last month. And I have a theory. I'm just going to use my beauty blender and I'm dabbing. It's a damp beauty blender. This is the best. I've tried other sponges. I'm not a fan. Only name brand for this fancy gal. So I've been getting a lot of requests for this particular look. I mean, it's really beautiful. It's really glowy. It's perfect, like hot girl summer, sipping rosé all day vibes that really I think will work at any age and at any like makeup proficiency level. So I'm excited to share it with you guys, but also the thing about me is, like I said, I'm a pale bitch. And I really try to avoid doing fake tan as much as I can. And it's something I'm trying to do more now than when I was like younger, because my daughter is like me, very fair. So she's going to grow up and she's going to have the skin that I have. And I know that that's tough because like I got teased relentlessly. I grew up in Houston, Texas, where SPF was like an acronym for so patriotic as fuck or something. Like it didn't mean anything to people. And so this notion that I was taking care of my skin, but also even if I weren't, I could not get darker. The melanin in my skin has left the chat. Like she pieced out 38 years ago. I'm not 38 yet, by the way. I'm just saying like before I was born. Oh God, you'll get it tomorrow. Back to my zit though here. I'm kind of just dabbing on it. Like I said, it's a honker. I'm only going to be able to do so much with it. And I'm going to do a couple like applications. What I'm going to do next, and I don't normally do this with my concealer. I'm doing it right just on the blemish. I'm not going to do this under the eyes, is I'm taking my loose powder. This is my Ben Nye translucent loose powder. And I'm going to take another, this is an old sponge that I use for my powder. And I'm just going to do a little bit of a like medium amount of the powder right here over the concealer. Just to kind of seal it in. Then what I'm going to do, I'll do my entire face with my foundation and then I might come back and I might do a touch up depending on what I need to do here. So I'm just going to blend it out. I don't want any rings to be showing. I just want to make sure that that shit does not move around. I know how hard it is to be very fair, and I don't know what it's like now. You know, people are so much more accepting and so much more like respectful about the way that other people look. I fucking hope. Oh, I just hit my funny bone. Oh. I have that thing, which may not be a thing, but like, I think it's a thing. I have that thing where you like constantly hurt yourself and just run into shit all the time. What's that? Like blindness? I don't know. What are my contacts doing? So I just don't want her to grow up feeling like she sees her mom having the same kind of skin that she has, but her mom keeps trying to make it different, like wants it to be darker. Because especially when she's so young, like she's not going to be fake tanning. If that's something she wants to do later on when it's an age appropriate thing, like I'm not going to stop her. But what I just am trying to be more mindful about that because of her. Like I'm a great mom, whatever. I haven't been self-tanning as much, but I did it because we went on a vacation to Florida and I was going to be in a swimsuit, and I definitely, like, the reality is, you know, you look more toned. You look more healthy and glowy when you have some color on your skin. So even though this is maybe not dark to anybody else on the planet, like this is darker for me. I will also link my self-tanner just in case. I mean, please ignore this. I don't apply with mitts. I am a beast and I just get in there and I just rub it everywhere I can as fast as possible so I can be fucking done with it. But you can take your time. You can do a better job so you don't have Lisa Barlow hands. So anyway, I started doing some more self-tanner now that the weather's warmer and, you know, I'm just like feeling good. And I don't know, I just want to like have that glow. So it's funny because that's around the same time I started doing this makeup look, which isn't like super, super different. It's just, I don't know, like I can tell that people are excited about the makeup because in part, wait, is this the right one? Yeah. because in part, I'm more tan. I just am like, oh God, am I pretty or am I tan? Which one is which? Oh God. So this is it's a BB cream. But this is a foundation. I mean, to me, this is a foundation, and I've talked about this in my last video. I talk about this all the time. This is like my concealer. This is the foundation that I have used for years and years. I do really like the Kosas foundation, the Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. I do like this one, but I haven't been using this one as much lately. I just love this. I love my Dr. JART BB DIS-A-PORE cream. It's so good. Now, the problem is there's only 2 colors, and I bitched about this in my last video, so it's not a particularly inclusive product. I don't get it. I don't know why. This is the medium deep shade that you'll see me apply here. And it is as deep as they go on their color wheel for this product, which again, I'm like, why? That doesn't make sense. Like, I'm very pale, and this is like what I look like with a fake tan. So who is this whatever. If you are very fair, this is a great product. So try the medium deep if you're more of like a regular skin tone person. Unfortunately, if you have darker pigmented skin, I'm not sure this product's going to work really well for you. And I'm sorry that I don't have like another suggestion. Actually, I do. Try the Kosas. Try this one. This one has like, I think 25 shades, like, so they're doing a good job. All right. So now we've moved on to the foundation part of the routine. So you see, I just do it in little dots all over my face. And again, the same beauty blender. So right here is the Zip, and she's, I don't know why I just called her a she. Gods. Yikes. I shouldn't misgender her like that. Him, because he's an asshole, is here on my face. It's the best we're gonna do, you know? And I actually don't think I'm gonna do more concealer on it. Normally I might, but this is a darker foundation than I'm usually wearing, and that means my concealer is not quite the same color. So if I put that concealer on top, it'll just look like a really white spot, and it's just gonna like kind of undermine the whole effort. So it's just as good as it's gonna get today, you guys. But at the same time, it goes to show you, same time, it just kind of goes to show you that like, even the hottest girls get breakouts sometimes. Plus, it makes me feel young and youthful. It's like, oh my God, that is so sweet of my body to still be producing estrogen hormones such that I break out. Like, I am so young and fresh. God, she says that she's staring down the barrel of turning 38. Do you think I'm having like an issue about turning 38? Like, I'm talking about it a lot. So yeah, we're just going to dab in all of this foundation, and it spreads nicely. I can't pucker. I mean, I can pucker. See, so I did a lip flip to get after these 2 lines. And it's so much better than it was. So I'm really happy with it. The thing is like, do you see me trying to like rub my lips together and I can't? I keep saying it like bows out, like it kind of like protrudes forward just right here in the center, which I actually don't give a shit about. It doesn't bother me. It might bother some people, but like, did you see my hands? My standard's different. Anyway, I'm just going to kind of gently get over here onto my nose and such. And then there you go. And then I always make sure when I am using the darker color compared to the normal concealer I use, I always go back over the concealer so that it's not like white stripes with the rest of the color that I'm doing on my face. So it's all just blend that shit. And since I'm sort of doing like a glowier look today, this is another reason that I really like this foundation, because it's not sheer, but it's certainly not like a heavy full coverage either. It's just right. It's just right. So back in again, with the powder, the loose powder. I'm not going to bake. I am literally just patting this shit in all over my under eye. And I always recommend putting powder where you crease the most and get the most oily. So I don't powder my entire face, but I do my under eyes. I do, again, the labial folds, but I do those because that's just where my makeup tends to like wear off the earliest, the soonest, which is so strange. I don't know, but that's what happens for me. So that's why you see me powdering here. My chin is another area. I just get really oily right here. And it's all, I just pat. I'm not using a brush. You can use it however you want. I don't know. I really like a a sponge, and it's not damp. This sponge is dry as my labia. No, that's much drier. These are all just the spots that I know. Oh God, I got some on my eye. These are all the spots that for me get oily, and I'm trying to mitigate that oil production before it even starts. Okay, so powder your fucking face, man. Do it. Do it where you need it. I have a very, very dear old friend, and it's not because she's old, it's just because we're old, and I've known her since we were 2 maybe or something. I don't know. Anyway, her sister is like an event planner, big fucking deal event planner out in LA, and apparently is like, it has worked or does currently work for Rihanna doing event stuff, which is pretty cool. And so she's got like all this extra product of the FENTY product laying around. So she's very generously sent me some FENTY products that I had not tried before, including this. What did they call this product? This is the Match STIX, which is, I'm using the color Truffle as a contour. I'm not sure if that's like what it's for, but that's what I'm using for. And it's wonderful. I really liked this Makeup by Mario contour stick. I thought it was a really, really great design because you get the product here on one end, and then it comes with the perfect like stippling brush on the other. The issue is, look at this stick. I don't dig in this thing. I don't like use my finger. I literally apply it directly to my face. The issue with this product is, you can see how the cap has like held on. It hasn't melted. Nothing has happened to this product that is not meant for its design. It like just started doing all this random flaking off. And then of course you don't have a smooth texture anymore on the product. So it's not applying the way it should. I don't know. I also found it just took a ton of blending. It's like kind of a stickier product, maybe is the way to describe it. And so it just didn't blend great. I don't think I'm going to repurchase this as the contour. I would 100% buy the brush, like separately. I'm going to keep this brush. I need to wash this brush. I would buy that brush if it was sold separately. Maybe it is. I really like the Fenty Match Sticks as a contour. So I am doing contour on this look, and I'm going to go above my cheekbone. So the best way to do your cheeks is put your contour just slightly above your cheekbone. And notice I'm not going to use too much. I don't need a lot, but like you can see the shadow of my cheekbone here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this up toward my hairline and just slightly downward. But this will help make your cheekbones look a little more pronounced and a little higher without being like super, super 2014 sculpted like highlight contour situation. I am going to do around my temples here. And remember, the deal with contour is you put it where you want things to look smaller. And I always do down the side of my nose. This product, because it's really easy to blend, I find I need less on my nose just because it does sort of move around, which is good as you're trying to blend. But what I'm saying is like, it can easily get muddy on your nose. So I don't want to do that. So then I use the brush, this flat stippling brush, and I do a combo of both like tapping movements, but I also sometimes just straight back and forth like brush. You got to find what works for you. But again, because the contour product like moves so easily, it doesn't take that much work to blend in, which is why I like it so much. I recently changed my description on Instagram, like my bio, to say it's like if Joan Rivers were into wellness. I don't know. I feel like that's right. I feel like I'm getting closer to really identifying my brand every day. So while we're on the topic of Instagram, I was super fucking frustrated a couple weeks ago. I've been really struggling with Reels for a while. Like when they came out, I was like, I don't know about this. This is some shit. So much work to make something good, especially if it's something you're trying to actually get people to engage with, to help with your growth, whatever. I'd been fighting it and just kind of being like lazy about it, but I started relaunched my blog, as you know, because surely you follow cupcakesomg.com. And if not, now is the time. Get on there, subscribe to the mailing list. I am not Jen Shaw. I'm not going to sell your deets. I'm just going to send you eats. It just happens. I can't stop. It just comes out of me. If you're subscribed to my blog, you're probably following me on Instagram. And if you're not, again, follow me on Instagram at cupcakesomg. I'm going to try and put the graphic here. Hopefully that works out. So I've been having to really work hard and do the things that make me uncomfortable, the things I don't really want to do, just so that I can continue to grow my online presence. And I do like making the content. Don't get me wrong. It's more just that it's like, it's just so much. And you're trying to, you know, it's this very delicate balance of making content that you enjoy, that you think your audience will actually enjoy and find value in, but that also is going to find new people, more people, to help keep your business, your online presence growing. That shit is very hard, and I haven't figured it out. The only people enjoying and engaging in my content are you guys and me. To quote Hamilton, it should be enough. It should. It should. It's not. I'm an empty shell of a person. So this is what I'm going to do next. I've contoured. I've done my foundation. So, like, skin looks good, minus him. Just, like, RIP my beauty, you know? This is a fantastic product. This is Iconic London Illuminator. I have shade Blush, and it is the most gorgeous liquid highlight. Like, it's intense without being fake. It does come with a dropper. Like, I never use it as a dropper. You don't, because I don't need that much. Like, you could hypothetically blend this with a foundation and just do it all over your face. I think this would make wonderful body makeup. Mix it. Like, if you're going out for a girls' night, you have a wedding, and you're not like the bride wearing white or something. Don't fucking show up to somebody's wedding wearing white. I have seen it more than a handful of times, and I'm just like, who the fuck are you? Let's face it. Weddings are the worst, and I don't want to be there any more than you do, but you know what I'm not going to do is fucking steal the bride's thunder, at least not in the color. I mean, I'm going to do that with my face and my humor and my outfit. I don't need to do it with the color. Find a different way to be a bitch. Right, so here's what I'm going to do with this today. I'm going, you know, just for subtle. I'm not going for subtle. Said me never. So I just do a couple little dots here, right on the high point of my cheekbone. And I use my ring finger to just lightly blend it in. And you do want to make sure you blend this product in, because it can leave like a line behind, but it's not like it's easy to move around. You have to blend for like a second longer than you think you will have to. And that's it. It's basically like the undercoat of the highlighter that I'm going to do later on the top. Now I'm going to move to blush, which I'm just using a janky brush. It's nothing special. And then the JACLYN Cosmetics blush bronzer duo that I love. This is the color Pink Me Up. That's the name of the blush. I'm just gonna pat. Oh my god, I'm starting to see the bottom of the pan. That's always a really exciting time. That just means you really love a product, hopefully. Not that you've like had it forever and you never buy new products, and so you're just using old shit from like the 90s because you're disgusting. This is new in the last year. I really like this blush. I just pat into it, do a little of that. And because I have that highlighter on my cheekbone, I'm not going to swipe. I'm actually going to kind of pat the blush on, which is different than how I normally do it, but I'm not normally doing a liquid highlighter under my blush. And so I'm just doing that on that cheekbone above where we placed the contour. I was talking about content creation on Instagram, and here's where I'm going with that. I just want to lick my lips and I can't. It is, I think I'm shadow banned. If you don't know what being shadow banned is, it is basically a way that people who aren't growing complain about the reason why they're not growing, but also it's a thing that happens where Instagram essentially like suppresses your content. It can probably, it's based on the algorithm and things it's looking at that they're identifying as being problematic, or like you're in trouble. And, you know, in some cases it might be a good thing. Like if someone is actually being a bully and using hate speech and shit like that, that's not good. In my case, I swear a lot like a sailor, and that's fine because it's like how I express myself. And it's protected under the First Amendment. Now, I know Instagram is a business and they can create their own rules, their own privacy policies and all that shit. Or not privacy policy, but just policies. Okay, fine. But then, you know, suck my ass for you're a prude living in puritanical rules about how I can use swear words in like a fun, flirty, colloquial fashion. It just doesn't make any sense. It's really weird. I can't say that I am definitely shadow banned, but I don't think anyone ever really can. Can we ever really know if we've been shadow banned? I mean, Instagram denies that shadow banning is even a thing, but it's like, it's not. What is a problematic place. It's a very, very, and it's hard because I used to really love Instagram, but at this point, you know, now that I actually am trying to get my blog back up and running and I'm trying to really create a business for myself, I need Instagram to work the way I need it to fucking work. And that is to grow my fucking account and to be able to say fuck as many times as I want. I'm going to do my brows now and I'm trying to use this product. I love this product so much. It's the Anastasia brow pen. The color is soft brown that I'm using. I need to tell that. I need to say that on Instagram. I told someone I was using chocolate, which is like a darker brown. And oh my God, I'm using soft brown, but whatever. It's a felt tip, like pen situation. And it's nice because you can do real light hair strokes. The issue is it runs out of product or it dries up so quick, at least in my experience. This is the only one I bought. I will buy another one so that I have a better point of comparison. It's really, really tough for me to say whether the product's actually gone or it's just really hard to get out. So you gotta do this a lot. It's a great product. It makes your brows bushy. Like you can see, these are my brows. They're great shape. I love my eyebrows. I never did anything stupid to them. So they're just like doing their own thing. I don't even have to tweeze my eyebrows, you guys. They just grow like this. It's like one of the few grooming things I don't have to worry about. Just don't be mad at me because I've got to worry about everything else. Have you seen my morning hair? It's really bad. I'm out of that product. That's the product I would prefer to use. I don't have that right now. So instead I'm going to use the Anastasia Dip Brow, which is a pomade for your brows. It's not as good as the brow pen for creating, for me anyway, creating that light, bushy kind of like Gen Z style brow, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's what I've got. And I'm just going to apply it with an angled brush. I'm going to approach the brows like I would my lips when I'm trying to overfill them. So I'm going to I always start by drawing a line underneath my brow. And I'm just going to draw it slightly under my natural brow. Same thing I'm going to do on the top. I'm going to lightly over draw on the top, but I'm going to go really light. You don't want a dark line because that's going to take away from that like light bushy effect that we're trying. We're just trying to create a little bit of the outline to give us a place to start. So you can see here, that's where I have a little bit of sparseness. So I'll fill that in. In all these instances where I'm using this product today, I'm going really light on the amount of product. I'm not using very much and I'm moving quick across my brows. Now I'm just I'm filling it in, light mini strokes to replicate the look of actual individual hairs. And I'm mostly just trying to fill it in and blend it around. I'm not sculpting or going dark here. And I'm probably not even going to need to tap into the pomade again. I'm just using the little bit of product that is still on the brush and pulling up from that line that I drew to soften it. Like in the end, basically you won't see any kind of eyebrow or you won't see any kind of line. All right, so there you go. I mean, I can keep going here. I could fill it in a little bit, but I always like the inside part of my brows to be a little like more sparse looking. I just think it's more natural and it really helps make that bushy brow look come to life. So then when I get my brows filled in, I'm going to use my spoolie and I'm blending all of everything together this way. Just again, one more opportunity to soften the product throughout my brows so it doesn't look fake or drawn on, even though it is. I got a little bit too aggressive right down here. So what I'm going to do in that case is I will use a teensy bit of my concealer. This is my eyebrow concealer only brush. I never apply eyebrow makeup or anything else for that matter with this brush because you don't want to put anything on it. You just want to use concealer. I literally am just tapping the gunk here. You don't need much product. And then I'm going to reshape. I'm basically using this as like an eraser. So I'm just going to come where I think I've got a little too heavy-handed and reshape that spot. And that's it. And then, I mean, you want to blend it out. It's like a little bit of a line here. So I'm just going to use my finger to blend it in. And there you go. Bushy brows. And I'm using a clear mascara. This is just like some rando brand, like Arches and Halos. This is actually pretty good. This came with a eyebrow tinting kit that I like never use. But it's just a clear brow gel, but it is pretty good. I actually do think it works well. I used to use the ANASTASIA clear brow gel, but you know, I don't know. I don't think it needs to be $25 to be good, but this is pretty good. This one actually has a good staying power. And I'm brushing upward to create that bushy brow effect here. And the gel will basically hold that in place. Believe it or not, we're very close to being done. I'm gonna go to my eyes now, and I'm gonna start with my mascara. I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes. And this is a Revlon eyelash curler, nothing crazy. And then the best mascara is this one. This is the one. You can stop looking because it's here. I'm showing it to you. It's called ILIA, and it's called the Limitless Lash Mascara, and it's beautiful. It's perfect, and if you give a shit, it's clean as a beauty product. I love it because it has two sides. You've got your regular kind of volumizing part of the brush, and then you have this like lengthening part of the brush that you can comb through your eyebrows. I start with the volumizing part first, just to create that fullness, and then I'll go back in at the end with the lengthening to get that separation of my lashes and make sure they're nice and long. So second coat, I'm still going to use the volumizing end. Really, for me, the eyelashes are a big star for this look because there's no eyeliner, and that is like my butthole clenches because it's always been the key element of my makeup look is a winged liner. When I had Goldie, I was, for the first 14 months, she's 15 months now. For the first 14 months of her life, I'm telling you, I just need to get the saliva out of my mouth and my lips. Oh, let me. For the first 14 months of Goldie's life, I was struggling so bad to figure out how and when can I get my makeup done. Spoiler alert, you just have to wake up earlier. That's it, period, end of story. So I've been doing that. It's been helping me a lot. But in the meantime, like I was trying to find a quick, easy way to do makeup that I could do in like 10 minutes. And I never could find a look that I felt good in that took that amount of time. Like I just need 20 minutes. I need 25 minutes. I'm not asking for the world. I'm just asking to look pretty. I don't know, maybe that is too much to ask. This is sort of the answer to that look. Again, not saying this is going to take you 5 to 10 minutes. It probably won't. But for me, it was just more of a low-key look. I still like to go full drag at nighttime. I know how to have a good time. This is another JACLYNHILL palette, and it was a Morphe collab. I'm using two colors in my brow and my lids. I'm using this one called Silk Cream, and then I'm topping it with this kind of, so that's like a matte, like a cocoa powder color. And then this one's called Hustle, which is like a metallic sort of gunmetal color. And I layer that one on top. And I'm using, normally I use my fluffy brush, but I've been feeling like it's getting a little out everywhere. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not using my crease brush to do this look, even though I am applying the eyeshadow to my crease. I'm actually going to use the more tapered, structured side of this brush. And I love this brush. This is another Makeup by Mario product. It's really good. And I'm going to use that to apply the color. So again, I'm using the Silk Cream color. I dab it on there. And then I Bob Ross style tap off a lot of it, just so it's not like going to go in like high, super pigmented. And I'm applying it sort of flat, by the way. Notice I'm not holding it this way. I'm holding it this way. And it allows me to just like dig into my crease. And it does have a fluffy effect. It's not as fluffy as the crease brush, but again, it's allowing me to stay really nice and tight right into the crease where I want it to stay without it getting heavy. I actually went in, that's actually a little too much color. So I will use the blending side just to soften it and take it down a little bit. Okay, that's better. So now they're matching. I do have a little excess product here on the brush. So with that, I will just take it under my lower lash line, because you do always want to have a little bit of definition under your lower lashes, just so you don't look like you're unfinished, but you don't need to like actually put fresh product on. Just take whatever is left on your eyeshadow brush and do a little back and forth there. You can stop here if you want, but I love topping it with this metallic-y gunmetal color. It has some like kind of purplish undertones, which is pretty with my eye color, but it's a little more cool than what I have on currently. And so that's just something, it's funny. It's like, it's a warm look. It's hot girl summer vibes, but we're going to put this cool toned color on in the exact same way that I just put on that other color. It's almost like it's not a smoky eye, but it's like some daytime smoky adjacent. Just nice and soft and pretty. Now I will use the lengthening side that's like kind of more like a comb here. Get in between those lashes and really separate them out. Because there's no liner, it can't hide your eyelashes or any of your mistakes. So you really want your eyelashes to look perfect. And this is going to do it. Okay, now I'm going to use the volumizing side on my lower lashes. And it's just a real quick little tap. Again, I'm not even like, just like with the eyeshadow, we don't need fresh product. You don't need to put this back in the tube. You just need to gently tap those lashes. I'm going to top this all off. And this to me is really what's making this like summery, glowy, special, the kind of thing that's going to make people stop you in the street and ask you what the fuck you're doing with your makeup. This is another one of those Fenty products that my friend sent me. This is the highlight, the Killawatt in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. And it is just a gorgeous, I think like all around pretty tone for highlight. I'm going to do this in a few spots. I'm going to take the highlighter is called Fire Crystal. I'm going to use this tapered brush and I'm going to do my brow bone. I always do my brow bone because I just like it to feel like a little pop right here. When the light catches it, it just looks so good. So I do a little bit there. And I notice I'm not bringing it all the way toward my nose. Like I don't need to stop right here underneath where my brow begins. I stop more like, I don't know, about 2/3 of the way in. So I blend, but I don't bring the highlight there. You don't need it there. You do need it right here in the inner corner of your eye. So brush like this is great. Look at how, look at just like how much more alert and awake this eye looks versus this one. It just looks like I'm a fairy. I went to Coachella. So we just do the inner eye. Now we take it up a notch. Put it on the tip of your nose. If you're not, Jesus fucking Christ, what are you doing? You got to start doing just a teensy dab of highlight on your nose. Like, speaking of Coachella, I'm never going to get monetized on here. Like, why do I do this to myself? And then you can take it up onto the bridge of your nose, if you just want a little extra. And now, remember that highlight that we have underneath the blush? So this is where you're gonna really amp things up. Take yourself a little fan brush, dab, dab, dab it here. You don't need a ton, go easy, because you can build, but you can't necessarily take away so easy. Right there, so it's sort of giving you like a template to follow. We're just gonna amp that up. So here's your starting point, and we're just gonna go, woo! Girl. Oh, God, she is glowing. Is she pregnant? No, it's just the zit on her face. Okay, so again, starting point, like it's cute. She's serving. She's like driving around in her Corvette and suddenly, whoa. She's what's that girl's name in LA that drives around that fucking car that everybody knows and they're making a show about her on Hulu? Angelina. It's boom. Now let's move on to the lipstick. After all the skincare products or skin products that I'm using, the next question everyone has is, what lip color are you wearing? And I'm like, bitch, it's the same one I've been wearing. I've been telling you about it for a long fucking time. They don't listen. They don't listen unless I'm tan. It's fine. It's fine. I'm here to show you. All right. So this is one of my well-loved favorite lip products. It's a lipstick by YSL Beauty, Rouge Pure Couture in the shade Beige Tribute. Okay, applying lipstick is weird for me right now. Remember, lip flip. I'm going to be making some weird faces, and I'm sorry about it, but you gotta you just have to bear with me. Oh, God. It's like my mouth is drunk and nothing else. It's so weird. Okay. Ha! 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 And then, like, I can't put my lips together. Normally, the lip liner I've been using is the Kylie Cosmetics lip liner from the One Wish kit. But I don't know where it is. I put it in my bag, and now I don't know where it is. But not to worry, because the other color... No, hold on. The other lip liner that works really well for this is by Makeup Forever, and it's the Aqua Lip, and the color is 3C. So it's not going to match, but that's okay. We're sort of going to blend it in. So I'm going to line the lips now. And then you're going to top it with MAC lip gloss, which is the correct spelling of it. It's lip glass, not lip gloss. You just apply it everywhere. And then you're going to also, as you apply this, by the way, try to drag it over the lip liner too. It's going to help soften and blend it out. And that's it. Middle part, middle for me. Lots of glow. Great long lashes. You're ready for hot girl summer. Or hot boy summer. Or hot they, them, non-binary, like, do you, mushroom summer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and answered some of the questions that you had about this look. I love it. I feel really, really pretty when I wear it, but I also feel like I look younger than I am. And that's always a good way to, like, boost your confidence, is by pretending that you're someone and something that you're not. If you liked the video, please make sure you like and subscribe. It's the best way to show your support for the channel and me, so that I don't, like, go crawl into a hole and cry myself to sleep at night. Thank you so much. I'll be back with more very soon for you. In the meantime, have a good one. Me and my orange Lisa Barlow hands will see you next time. Bye. Mwah.